I went to India to steal oil. I accidentally got injured in the head. The commander told me to retire and go home. He gave me a check for my allowance. I went to cash it in dollars. The clerk said there was no money, and I even owed taxes. I had stolen oil in India for 10 years. It made many people rich, but claiming my allowance was this hard. I refused to leave the office. They called the police. They pinned me to the ground. They threw me out of the building. The officer warned me to leave, or they would use bullets. I had no money, so I walked back to the hotel. On the way, I called my daughter. I forced myself to sound happy. Back at the hotel, the owner asked for rent. If I couldn't pay, he'd throw me out. I hid in my room all night in the morning. I decided I had enough. I built a timer bomb. I put it in my backpack. The next day, I walked into the bank. I withdrew my last $20. I slid a note to the teller saying I had a bomb and told her to call the police. The manager noticed something was wrong. He began clearing the people out. I locked the doors. Only the clerk and the teller stayed. The teller called the police. I grabbed the phone and made my demand. I told them to send the media, but they only asked about my clothes. I realized there was a sniper. I unplugged the camera's cable. I hid behind the desk with the bomb. 3 minutes later, I pulled the curtains. I turned off the lights to block the view. I made the teller stand in front of me as cover. She swore she would lose weight if she lived. I walked to another phone. I tried to say goodbye to my daughter, but she didn't answer. Then, a customer called. I wrote down the request and gave it to the teller. She froze watching my practice moves. She thought I wasn't robbing the bank. I was here to work. Just as she was lost in thought, something unexpected happened.